What's up, LinkedIn, and welcome to Hospitality Hustle with me, Jeremy Nichols, Florida's hospitality headhunter. So, on this episode, I really want to dig into video conferencing or video interviews. It's really important nowadays, especially after COVID, that we can really perfect those video interview skills. Now, these tips you can use for your Zoom calls with your family, but on those calls, I really don't think we're really worried about optics too much. So, hopefully, these tips help you out. And without further ado, let's get into it. Lighting is super important. You have to make sure that it's properly lit up when you're doing your interview. If you don't have any great lighting and it's daytime, try going outside and finding a nice setting where it looks pretty professional. Natural light works amazing. If you can't go out there and it's a nighttime interview, definitely make sure that you have some lamps or some lighting nearby. Make sure the area around you is clean and organized. Tuck the cords, hide the mess, reduce the clutter, make sure it looks professional. Headroom. What's that, you ask? Well, headroom is the space between the top of your head and the top of the frame of the camera. So here's an example of good headroom, and here's an example of some awful headroom. See the difference? Sounds simple, but pretty important for optics of a video. My second tip, punctuality. Make sure you're there early. So all these apps, they have a waiting room. Sign in about 10 minutes early and just be ready for that leader to sign into the call. Make sure you download the software and do a trial run hours before the interview. You do not want to be fighting with technical difficulties 5 minutes before the interview, jumping in late with beads of sweat falling down your head. It's not going to be a good look. Simply put, prepare. My third tip. Almost all the skills that you learn from face-to-face interviews, you can apply them here in video interviews. Dress for the position. If this company requires business attire, then be polished and dressed up in business attire for the interview. If it's a business casual dress code, then dress business casual. Whatever the company requires, make sure you dress the part. Do not get distracted during a video interview. It is very easy for us to get off our game. We have text messages, we have our little profile in the corner that we're looking at our hair, making sure it's okay, or FaceTime calls coming in. Make sure you treat this like a face-to-face interview and look your interviewer straight on the entire time. Stay focused. If you have any additional questions at all about video interviews, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Just shoot me a quick email or a DM and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Until next time, have a great week.